Haiti is located in the Caribbean Sea on the island of Hispaniola. The island is shared with the Dominican Republic to the east and Haiti on the western portion of the island. Haiti was originally a French colony that prospered through the international trade of sugar and cotton. The industry was underpinned by slave labor, which in Haiti accounted for 1/3 of the Atlantic slave trade. The expanding slave population exacerbated grievances that resulted in rebellions that led to Haiti's independence in 1804. Independence and freedom did not translate to equality, however. A series of oppressive regimes pursued agendas that compounded inequality and wealth disparity. By 1874, Michael Domingue led Haiti into a 40-year-long period of growth and development. The prosperity was short-lived. By 1911, political unrest returned and several successive leaders were overthrown. In 1915, the U.S. occupied Haiti to help restore regional security order. Although the U.S. completed many development projects and attempted to establish a democratic government, Haitians resisted the occupations and America withdrew its forces by 1934. Democratic elections ensued for nearly 20 years until François Duvalier assumed political leadership in 1957. He ruled for 30 years, leading to economic decline, soaring poverty rates, and health epidemics. Given the loss of political legitimacy, Duvalier abdicated in 1986 and a struggle unfolded to restore democratic governance. A popular anti-Duvalier former priest, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, was elected president for a brief period, but the military overthrew him and a junta controlled the government. Economic and human development severely declined and human security was low. The combined effect was that Haiti's progress suffered. In 1996, with the threat of U.S. intervention, Haiti's democratic government was restored. However, the government remained highly corrupt, and a coup in 2004 precipitated a humanitarian crisis. Notwithstanding the United Nations peacekeeping mission, Haiti remained unstable. The lack of development was exacerbated by a devastating earthquake in 2010, resulting in 300,000 casualties. The election of Michel Martelly as president of Haiti in 2011 promised to reinvigorate development. He focused on providing basic capabilities through new housing initiatives, education programs, and infrastructure projects. He also instituted international trade and industrialization policies to encourage tourism, a key economic sector. Jovenel Moïse succeeded Martelly in 2017, and both leaders have since been accused of political corruption. We will be using 4 human development measures to analyze the progress of Haiti's development. First, we will look at the Human Development Index. This index is a summary measure that intersects the progress of health, education, and standard of living within a country. Rather than looking at economic indicators alone, the information provided in the Human Development Index allows us to ask questions about the relationship between economic growth and actual human development outcomes to gain a more holistic view of development. Second, we will look at Haiti's Gini coefficient, which is a statistical measurement of income distribution on a scale of 0 to 1, with 0 representing perfect equality, where every person has the exact same amount of income within a country, and 1 representing perfect inequality, where all of the wealth within a country belongs to one person. The Gini coefficient allows us to see if wealth is top-heavy within a nation or more equally dispersed. Third, we will be looking at the Gender Inequality Index. This is a summary measure that intersects 3 human development aspects pertaining to women: reproductive health, empowerment, and education. The Gender Inequality Index allows us to examine whether females are afforded the same opportunities and access to education and healthcare as males within a country. Finally, we will be looking at the Social Progress Index, a measurement of quality of life within a country. The SPI examines social and environmental indicators that are impacting basic capabilities, well-being, and opportunity. These measures are then used to create performance goals so that relative progress can be seen over time with regard to each country's unique situation.
On the next 2 slides, we'll look at Haiti's progress or lack thereof on the 4 indexes mentioned at the beginning of the presentation. We'll start with the Human Development Index in a graph located at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. This shows promising trends for Haiti. One thing to pay attention to here is that income per capita has decreased over the last 30 years, while all measures related to HDI have increased. Although Haiti has increased its HDI score by 22%, it still ranks 168th out of 189 countries on this index. Haiti was only tracked for 1 year with the Gini coefficient, with its score being relatively normal at 0.411. However, the graph on the right shows the extreme poverty present in Haiti. As you can see, almost 80% of the nation lives on less than $5.50 a day. Furthermore, the richest 20% of the population controls more than 64% of its total wealth, while the poorest 20% control less than 1% of the total wealth. On this slide, we'll start with the Gender Equality Index for Haiti on the left-hand side of the screen. You should notice that Haiti's gender inequality has actually become worse since 2005, with a large spike in 2016. There are some troubling statistics to point out regarding Haiti's gender inequality. Only 2.7% of parliament seats are held by women. 26% of women in Haiti have experienced domestic violence from a partner. Only 41.6% of births are attended by a skilled professional. Only 30% of women have a bank account. And the GNP for women is 30% lower than it is for men. The right-hand side of the screen shows Haiti's Social Progress Index report card. Although the index has data for most countries dating back to 2014, Haiti has never had sufficient data to provide the country a full score or ranking. You'll notice that data is missing here from the Access to Basic Knowledge subsection in the second column. Yet, if you average out all of its other scores, Haiti would score 40.6, which is tied with Guinea for 141st out of 150 countries. The fact that there is little to no data over time for 2 of these 4 indexes shows how far behind the rest of the world Haiti is.
So what's happening in Haiti now? Unfortunately, Haiti is in a state of crisis and turmoil. Citizens are demanding change as they are fed up with government corruption. They have taken to the streets in protest, demanding that President Jovenel Moïse step down. Let's take a look and hear from the people firsthand.
Remettre pied là, parce que peuple pas capable encore Jovenel. Société pas capable encore. Nous nous démissionner Jovenel. Nous nous démissionner. Regardez ma peuple là, nous pas capable encore Jovenel. Démissionner Jovenel. Nous pas besoin Jovenel encore dans notre pays parce que Jovenel fait trop grave administratif. Jovenel a un problème pour 50 ans encore dans le pays. On a demandé de pas Jovenel sans condition. On a dit qu'on justice pour le pays, pour nous souffrir, pour nous grand groupe. Donc, en tant qu'église, nous avons dit non, il faut que ça change. C'est pour ça que nous l'avons.
And so it comes at no surprise that Haiti continues to be plagued with several challenges, including poverty, child labor, the criminal justice system, women's rights, illiteracy, and sexual orientation. In regards to poverty, according to the United Nations Development Program, 24.7% of Haitians live in extreme poverty. and unfortunately, there is widespread use of child domestic workers, most of them who are girls and sent from low-income households. When it comes to the criminal justice system, Haiti's prison system remains severely overcrowded, with many inmates living in inhumane conditions. And yes, women's rights continues to be an issue. Gender-based violence is a widespread problem. Haiti does not have specific legislation against domestic violence, sexual harassment, or other forms of violence targeted at women and girls. And then there's illiteracy. According to the UN Development Program, approximately 1/2 of all Haitians aged 15 and older are illiterate, and at least 350,000 children and youth remain out of primary and secondary school. And then there's sexual orientation. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people continue to suffer high levels of discrimination. In 2017, the Haitian Senate passed two anti-LGBT bills, which were under consideration by the Chamber of Deputies as of November 2018. So, in the words of Bill Gates, Haiti should remind us that there is an immediate need to invest in and promote long-term development projects that are sustainable, scalable, and proven to work. Thank you so much, and if you have any questions, please feel free to share it by posting a voice memo.